1986. At 2 o'clock in the morning, my wife asked for an ambulance. It took her to Western General Hospital. They took a lumbar puncture and diagnosed that there was a bleed. Subsequent to that, she had a stroke. The aneurysm occurred right out of the blue and there was no warning, there was no preparation at all.
Once all the intense emotions have passed, you'll probably get sort of a calmer phase where you can just deal with what you're going through one thing at a time. As a counsellor or therapist, I'm very much part of a bigger team that helps you deal with your new situation. And I'm really here to help you work through your emotions and your feelings and to help you adjust psychologically. It's not that you're going crazy or there's something wrong with you. So it's really important to take that stigma out. Psychological issues have a very big impact on, for example, chronic pain. Feeling bad about things can make that pain worse, and having a counsellor to help you work through your issues can even help to alleviate more physical type things as well.
How's it going? All right, sure. Okay, I'll finish.
Because I'm right-handed and the stroke affected me on the right side, I get blisters and I don't realise it until it's too late. So I always injure myself some way, whether it's cooking or pruning or cutting something. And, there's blood or blisters and I think, well, where's that come from?
Trying not to disempower a person, in this case Gina, is a difficult situation because you don't want to take over, but you don't want to see that person hurt at the same time. So what I try to do is make sure that you ask a question, but not just take it away from that person. It's a different sort of set of relationships now.
So if you're in a relationship, it's also going to be a shock for your partner because that person is going to have to adjust to the new changes as well. And that person might have some strong feelings and some grief and some re-evaluations and adjustments to make themselves. During that period, that person, your partner, may not be as available to you as somebody to really kind of talk to and offload your feelings on. And that can be hard, that can create a lot of tension in the relationship because you may be feeling like they don't understand you. And that's where it's important to have social support outside of just the relationship and not to only depend on your relationship for the help that you need.
Last Wednesday, I knew that when I first woke up in the morning that it was going to be a pretty rough day. I was sitting at the dining room table one day and I burst out crying. Now for a man, big man, for a big man, for that to happen, well, it makes you realise that you need help, and people should go and get help.
I knew that he was suffering, but I knew that my place was to stay out of it until Geoff said, look, something or other. I think that's important, that you let the person who's suffering make the first move if they need you.
Not everybody will automatically understand how you're feeling. So a great way to let them know is to start off your sentence by saying, I feel. A lot of people, when they have a feeling, they kind of lash out, start an argument with someone. But when you pause, you slow everything right down, you say, hang on a minute, I'm feeling angry, or I'm feeling sad. And maybe you can have a very short sentence in there about what it is that's making you feel that way. I'm feeling angry because I can't walk to the car park anymore. Or I'm feeling sad because I'm having a bad day today and I don't have much energy. So keep it very, very simple. And when you are very clear like that, the other person will understand that you're having these feelings because it's your condition and not because they've done something to upset you.
Having somebody to talk to that is interested and cares about how you are or are not managing with your condition and what it means to your day-to-day life is wonderful, because it means that you're getting another viewpoint. I've chosen to see a psychologist. I was thinking that I was depending on people too much, and so we were working out what was too much and what was the right amount. And I think with a chronic condition you always tend to be independent to your detriment.
I think it's important to be happy to even reach out for help. I did. I even rang Samaritans once, but I needed it. And they're there. People are always there for you. It doesn't matter if it's on the end of a phone or, but sometimes you may have your family there at night. You've got that day, all of a sudden, something just makes you feel you're not going to cope. You reach out for somebody.
The only person who's going to make your chronic condition better to live with is you. So if you can do whatever you can mentally as well to give you a positive aspect of day-to-day life, then I believe that you enjoy it more.
If you're feeling very stressed, then relaxation can help you to calm down. So you can focus on things that are right here and now in the present moment. It could be your breath, it could be your physical sensations, it could be the sounds in the room. Whatever it is that you want to focus on, allow that to take the space in your mind so that all of that worry and rumination about the negative stuff just falls away. So for example, having a pet is a really good way of relaxing, because when you're stroking your pet, be it a cat or a dog, you're really focusing on that pet, and the rate of their breathing is helping to calm you right down.
I have my dogs, which I do pet therapy, and they actually give me that extra attention that I might need, and that when I walk in the door and I've had a bad day or I can hardly move, I can sit in a chair, and because my dogs are trained with pet therapy, they'll climb up and give you a cuddle.
Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
Morning. Welcome to our swills. As usual with our meetings, we start off with our breathe easy. Put your hand on your stomach. We take a deep breath through the nose, in and hold, and then breathe out, blow, purse your lips and blow, because the more air you can get out on the exhalation you're getting rid of all that stale air in the bottom of your lungs.
It's interesting that you mentioned smoke, Geoff, because
our group is only a small group, but we have a core group that comes to every one of our meetings. I get a lot of pleasure out of being the convener. Well, 4 years ago, I was having problems with breathing. I was frustrated. I was angry because I couldn't do things that I did. And for no reason, I'd blow my top. I just didn't have any control. I could be as good as gold, and then I'd just blow up. The information was there, but I didn't know how to access it. And this is what I'm trying to get through to our group. I'm supplying them with the information that these things that are available.
If you have a partner, involving him or her in the support group can be extremely valuable in them understanding the challenges and also providing you with more support.
I and myself have gone to different classes which can last up to 6 weeks, 1 day a week. And out of those classes I have found that I can control my frustration, anger, and why is it me? I can control that better, and I think our life has improved Our own life between us has improved in the last 12 months. Go and get help. Don't say, oh, I can work through it, because there's that much help out there now that it doesn't matter what sort of condition you've got, there is some help somewhere that you can get.
Sometimes you bottle it up and you think it becomes almost consuming. It is important to reach out, and sometimes if it's really feeling bad, it's important to reach out for somebody. It's not your family, who's not involved, who's not close, that can be objective and say, it's okay.
Oh, hi,
Merle. Oh, not too bad.
Aren't you feeling very well?
Oh, not 100, love.
Oh, darling, I brought you some stuff over for your tea.
Without the support of other people, we cannot exist. We think we can. We don't think we need it, but we do.
We do.
We do. It's great having somebody there, knowing that there's somebody, and particularly somebody that's got a problem as well. And they understand where you're coming from.
I've always known that having a support network is important. It's not till recently that I've actually had to put effort into getting a support network. Now I live by myself. I've got parents that one's passed away but the other one has dementia, so I don't have support from them. So I rely mainly on my sister and a friend. And it was probably quite important that I actually sat down with both of them a couple of years ago and actually said, this is what's important to me. To keep my mind busy after work, leaving work, I've actually decided to go on committees as well as have a activity and things that all I enjoyed, all different ones that actually gave me different people from different works of life to spend time with, and now that's turned out that they're my support people as well. I was lucky that I was brought up with parents that encourage volunteer work. And I've learnt that volunteer can actually fill that void sometimes with you. It gives you a friend to talk to sometimes when you need. It makes you feel needed and wanted. And it gives you a level of independence that you can actually choose what volunteer work you want to do, what hours you want to do, and actually do something for someone else.
I have a full life. I am a volunteer, so I'm going to do as much as I can, because then the day comes I can say, well, I've been there, done that.
I've been spinning for close on 35 years. Everyone brings their either knitting or wheels, and you go around, and even if you don't know the person, you have a chat.
It becomes a therapy, but you don't call it a therapy. It becomes a passion, which gives you the therapy.
As you spin, you get into a rhythm, and it's the rhythm of your heartbeat.
I actually go to Bali quite often. I go up into the hills and work with disabled Balinese up there, and I absolutely love it, except that I was scared of flying. So therefore I decided that by hopping in a little plane and jumping out of it would help my fright of flying. So I actually went to the skydiving class. They actually worked really gently with me, because the thing is that I'd had one hip replacement and I was about to have the second done. But they were very good. They made sure that basically I had a taller person to meet me and my feet didn't hit the ground, and it was great. I've got photos of it, and every time it's just something that I look at that I sort of think, I did that.
I love travelling, and so I'm doing it while I can. I'm going to New Zealand to see snow, and I'm so looking forward to it. I don't travel without a USB with my health conditions on it. If I don't have my records where people can get them, it's going to be very hard for everybody to know what I've got. But travelling is just so wonderful, and it's lovely to be able to do it.